Guy Code with Rena Osware.
Welcome to another episode of The Guy Code. I am Rena Osware. Now, on this episode, guys, we will be talking about a man's number one asset, the number one asset of a man. And I will get right into it, guys. A man's number one asset is his attention. In this day and age, everything is fighting for your attention. Especially since we're living in a consumer society where everyone wants you to consume their product. They all want your attention. They all want to be the first thing on your screen. Your mobile phone, your tablet, your TV, whatever it is, they want to get your attention and retain it so that you may consume their products, whatever it is. And guys, this is your number one asset because in your self-development journey, on your journey of being a high-value man, where you direct your attention will matter in how successful you will become. If you direct your attention being more disciplined, you become more disciplined. And why are simps called simps? Because they're suckers idolizing mediocre. P-word. You get? Simps are simps because they idolize and they direct their attention fully to mediocre women who are no value, low value women. So if a simp, and if you were honest to yourself and say, yes, I am a simp right now and I want to change, just direct your attention to yourself. And I will give you 4 areas in which you should direct your attention. Number 1 is your health. A man should always take care of his body. Your body is a temple and you should treat it as such, right? You just have one body. You can't afford to mess it up. Because if you let yourself go, you become unattractive, you become sluggish, you cannot be successful. Health is wealth. That's why it has to start from your health, right? How do we know a disciplined person? Because how they treat themselves, right? The regime they have for themselves. They hold themselves to a very high standard. So number 1 place you should direct your attention as a man is your health. Number 2, your wealth, your income, your financial standing. This thing that if you chase women, you'll always lose money, but if you chase money, you will never lose women, has some truth to it. Because if you chase women, women are meant to be consumers. The man is supposed to be a producer. If you chase consumers trying to feed their appetite, the appetite is insatiable. What they want today, they will want something else. The next day, they will want something else. The next day, will you be able to provide it? So first, you have to chase your own financial stability. Direct your attention to that, because if you direct your attention to satisfying a woman's wants, they are infinite. They'll always want something else. Okay, guys? That's number 2, health. Number 3, your spirituality, your spiritual life. This is where many of you get your identity. You know, you identify as Muslim, as Christian, as Buddhist, as whatever it is. Your connection to the divine, a higher power. That is how many of us stay centered and grounded. Because the truth is, there's some things in life that you feel you need to digest and take some time away and talk to a higher power and just figure things out alone, because most of the leaders in these religions were men. Why? Women, when they're going through something, they do not go and isolate themselves in a cave, fasting and thinking and meditating. They do not. They share with one another. That is how it usually is. So it is men who started the disciplined stoic life, the monk life. You cannot expect a woman to just sit in the middle of in a cave or in an isolated place just to think and meditate about life. That's not how they work. They share. They express their feelings verbally, That's why women are talkers. But men are meant to be stoic. Your spirituality has to be centered. Once you direct your attention to your spiritual life to develop it, you become more centered. You do not become a slave to your urges, your flesh, your wants that are also insatiable. So once you direct your attention to your spiritual life and learn how to develop yourself spiritually, better connection with the higher power that you worship, you become higher value. And lastly, the place you should direct your attention to is on your social life, connecting with men who are mature, who share the same values and principles as you do, so that you may grow and become them. They say that you are an average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. It is true. Once you hang around lions, you become a lion. If you hang around sheep, you become sheep. So do not look down upon the kind of people you surround yourself with. You may be the most disciplined person, but if you're around people who are not disciplined, guess what? They will influence you, because it's easier to bring you down than lift you up. So recap, number 1 is you should direct your attention to your health. Number 2, direct your attention to your wealth. Number 3, direct your attention to your spiritual life. Number 4, direct your attention to your social life. Be around a group of men who believe in the same principles as you do. And the fact that you're listening to this podcast, you are in the right place. Guys, again, I say your attention is your biggest asset. For some of us, the truth of why some women left us is because we gave them too much attention. We were pedestalizing them, we were idolizing them, trying to get their attention, trying to be with them every moment of the day. Smothering them, trying to find out what they're doing, trying to, not giving them any space to just be themselves, just projecting our own feelings and not listening to what's on their mind. Because once you listen to what's on her mind and you keep your cards to yourself, you're able to better understand the dynamics of this interaction you're having and to retain some mystery about yourself. And for the guys who always give free attention to ladies on social media, you give no value to them apart from just boosting their ego. Let us not assume that since we have liked like 10 pictures from this chick's Instagram page that, she will see us as higher value. No. More often than not, the guy she's with and the guy she wants to be with does not like her pictures, does not comment all these love emojis under her pictures. And that's the man that she wants to be with. So guys, let's stop giving women free attention, free validation for doing nothing, because it shows that you do not value your attention. If you give your attention to multiple women, it shows your attention is valueless. And that's why women will not respect you. And to put in a practical example, I'm sure every one of us has been in a situation where there was a lady who chased us, and it's a lady that we never gave any attention to. It was a time we were just focusing on ourselves, doing our own thing, and they just kept chasing us. And you're wondering why I'm not giving you any attention, because you're focused on yourself. You're doing things that make yourself more high value and more attractive, and that's why they're attracted to you. But when you find a lady that you pedestalize, you idolize, you stop doing what you usually do, and try to conform to what she likes to do. Now you lose your frame. Now you lose your individuality, and she gets bored. She's like, this is not the person I signed up for. And guys, even when you've been in a relationship and you withdraw your attention, what usually happens, the lady starts to wonder what happened, and starts to begin to wonder, did I do something wrong? Did I do this? And more often than not, they try and compensate. Did I do something wrong? Did I do this, and this? And they just come back themselves. But when you're trying to smother them with your attention, they keep away because they're wondering, this guy has nothing else to do with his life apart from be with me. You don't talk about any hobbies. You don't talk about any friends. You don't talk about a life outside of being with her. You start being unattractive, and that is not what you want. So guys, understand the value of your number one asset, which is your attention, and direct it to the right places to develop yourself, to become a better version of yourself, to become higher value, and to attract higher value. This has been today's episode. Until next time, we shall talk soon. Bye.
Guy Code with Rena Osware.